Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Depends on your time and your location. I greet all the genuine Biafrans, those who stand on the United States of Biafra. I salute you all. And I salute my president, official, Nnamdi Kanu. My president, Moisa. I salute my prime minister, Simon Eba. Moisa. I salute my deputy prime minister, Dr. Ngozi Arabeze. Moisa. All the Biafra armies on the 40 states that made up of Biafra country under United States of Biafra. I salute and I greet all of you from my location. All the Biafra military, Moisa, and all the Biafrans under United States of Biafra. Moisa to you all. Please, as I welcome you, welcome one another, because I have tagged them. We have tagged America. We tag US. We tag UK. And we tag France, Russia, all of them, we have tagged them. You will see their flag. Nigeria government, the main terrorists, the original of the terrorists, has sentenced a freedom fighter, Nnamdi Kanu, the president of United States of Biafra, that was being declared on November 29, 2024. He was kidnapped in 2021 from Kenya. Nigeria went all the way to Kenya to kidnap him. And today, making it 5 years and 4 months, they sentenced him today and said that what he's fighting is not self-defense. They sentenced him because of words that come out from his mouth. That is an avenue they use to sentence him. So we are here to ask the world, call on America, call on the UN to ask them, a right of self-determination is if a black man really under this 21st century. We are asking Britain, UK, London. We are asking Russia, France, Canada, Sweden. We are asking all of you today. We are asking UN and UN Charter. The right of self-determination, is it for a right? Is it for a black man? We are asking all of you this question. Self-defense, is it abomination? Is it prohibited under the UN Charter of self-right of a human being? If it is true, now it's time for you to intervene. You are not just going to intervene. You will intervene in our matter by recognizing what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. What Nnamdi Kanu fight for is what Gandhi of India fight for. What Nnamdi Kanu fight for is what Nelson Mandela fight for. What Nnamdi Kanu fight for is what Rahman of Bangladesh fought for. What Nnamdi Kanu fought for is what he's fighting for, is what Jomo Kenyatta of Kenya fight for. All of them are alive. All of them become the president and the prime minister of their country by intervention of all these countries that you see their flag today on my platform. We are calling all of you to know that injustice abuse of rights, intimidation has been meted on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the president of United States of Biafra. They sentenced him to life imprisonment. Because of what? Freedom of the indigenous people that are the Christians. That's Nigeria and their jihadists is killing today. That is why my own president is being sentenced to life imprisonment. That is not the case. The case for me is that today he has become a hero. That is why on my head you will see a hero of Biafra has been sentenced to life imprisonment. And what are the things they find in his hand? There was no gun, there was no armor tanker, there was no missile, there was no bomb. None of these they find in hand. They only find radio transmitter that he used to exercise, to tell the people of Biafra, to let the whole Nigeria know their rights. That is the offense. That is why they sentenced him. But our happiness is that in the Guinness Book of Record, he has become a hero of this 21st century, who fought for the freedom of his people, and who was kidnapped, arrested, who was kidnapped in Kenya, and under torture. You keep him in DSS dungeon till today. And from there, they sentenced him. My Biafran people, the time has called for all of us to know what to do. It's a time for political pressure to come south. It is the time for your Gemma to start working. It is the time for you not to remain silent in every platform you go. It is a time to tell Nigeria that enough is enough. A man that Nigeria government kidnapped in Kenya on 2021 is when they kidnapped him. Today, being 2025, they said that he committed crime, that they will sentence him life imprisonment. That is what the shenanigan, the abusive court of Nigeria, the intimidation court of Nigeria has. For me, I knew that no freedom fighter was set free by court. No freedom fighter in the world has ever set free by court. All the courts they went to sentence all of them. Think of South Africa, Nelson Mandela. He come out with what? He was fighting to end apartheid regime. He come out with what to end apartheid regime. He becomes a hero. That people read his story today, that he is a freedom fighter. Joma, Kenyatta of Kenya, was also sentenced. British sentenced him. He stayed in that sentence for good 10 years. When the people of Kenya protest, mount political pressure, and seek recognition of Kenya as a country, what happened? Joma was released. He becomes the first prime minister of Kenya. After 2 years, he becomes the first ever president of Kenya. These are those in Africa who fought for freedom. And they were all arrested. Their own is that they was arrested, but our own case that our own president, Nnamdi Kanu, was kidnapped all the way from Kenya, another country, brought him back, fold his face, and bring him back to Nigeria. That means death sentence to every indigenous people. A man who is fighting all the things he said today about Nigeria has happened. All the things that Nnamdi Kanu, the president of United States of Biafra, has prophesied, all has happened. Today that America tag Nigeria a country of particular concern is when they have the audacity, the mind to sentence my president. It's also proving to the world how corrupt Nigeria is. And yes, what happened today is what I said on September. That in all this shenanigans, that Nigeria is going to sentence Nnamdi Kanu. That is the meaning of Omotosho. That will die very soon. I said it here openly. That they are going to sentence Nnamdi Kanu and ask him to go to appeal court. That Nigeria, Finland give Nigeria soft landing for them to sentence my president Nnamdi Kanu. They would sentence and told him to go to appeal court. Have you seen in the world, tell me, where you have sentenced, give somebody life sentence and tell him to go to appeal court? That is when we know that the shenanigan of the script they read today was been arranging for over 5-6 months ago. When they are reading this script today, it takes how many hours to read this particular script you see today? Biafran people, don't relax. Don't feel depressed. Don't feel emotion. You must stand strong. The time for the mental toughness is here. The mental toughness is not talking, but is action that you are going to speak in the next fundraising. Your action is in the next fundraising that you are going to support United States of Biafra government. You know our Deputy Prime Minister is in charge, doing everything humanly possible. What brings Maghandi out is India recognition as a country. From the same British, from the same UK, from the same London, who sentenced Nnamdi Kanu today. Do you think it's only Nigeria? The script that Nigeria did today was what London, what UK give them to read. That is the script they read today. So, I want you to know, no freedom fighter has been granted bail or released under political pressure, released under political agreement. It never happened. A road to get a new country is very narrow and very tight. There is many temptation. There is many obstacles. There is many that will set your mind back. I want you to have the back of your mind today. What are those things? A time will come when emotion will not going to allow you to say a word. A time will come. Today, many Biafrans are under emotion. They are facing depression. They are facing heartbreak. I did not face any heartbreak because history of having a new country has strengthened my mind. And on November, I said, either November or first, yes, November, October, I said it. I said this in one of my programs. That the struggle is going on. Nigeria is about to sentence Nnamdi Kanu, ask him to go to appeal court, and the appeal court will do nothing. What will do something is unite instead of Biafra recognition as a sovereign state. Our recognition is only what we end all this. Nothing. From day one, I knew that this is where Nigeria is going. That is why when they finish of Mass Simon, but remember what I told all of you. If you want Mazin Nankan to come out, support, give your fund to University of Biafra. For them to pursue only one thing: international recognition. Let me draw your attention to what happened to Bangladesh in 1971, March 26. Rahman of Bangladesh was arrested by the military of Pakistan. Under 4 months, they sentenced him life imprisonment. And what happened? The people of Bangladesh rose up despite having saboteurs in the midst of them. Those who believe in the country did everything humanly possible. Under 1 year, a man they sentenced as a terrorist, as a common criminal, as whatever. He was released as a hero, as an honored. He was honored. He was the first person that was become the Bangladesh Prime Minister. He was the first person who becomes the Bangladesh President. After that, some enemies assassinate him. And today, where is Bangladesh? They are a country on their own. When we go into fully to read out to you, to give you a strong mind, when we are going to go into out today to read exactly what happened to Rahman of Bangladesh and how he got released, then you will know why you are hero, why you are president, why Nnamdi Kanu is the only way for Nigeria to agree to open their dirty terrorist mouth to give us recognition. Do not panic. Do not cry. Don't feel sad. Be strong. The time has come. You jail him. Over 1,001 of Mazen Kanu is outside. Over 1,001 of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is outside. The ideology cannot die. You can stop the messenger, but the message and the ideology can never die. I am a Biafran under United States of Biafra. That is who I am. You don't need to cry, don't need to panic. It's a time to you to know that Biafra, we got recognition, that Biafra has become a country. Biafra has become a country. Today, it is official everywhere. Do you know that part of the things that make Omotosho, Nigeria, and the London, UK, British sentence Nnamdi Kanu is because if they release him ordinarily, it's not gonna happen. So sentence him, releasing him in the name of Biafra is the main deal. That is the main deal. So on the right decision we made was our official declaration of United States of what? Biafra was the official thing, and that is the savior of you, I, and the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the best thing that will happen to us. I don't want to develop what I'm doing. Your father and your mother will be killed by terrorists. What is happening that they are killing people in Nigeria will happen to you. What is going on in Nigeria will happen to you. I won't waste time to to talk about you, because you cannot comment again. So my people, we move. There is one idiot who is commenting nonsense. Thank you so much, my friend, for supporting Biafra. Thank you so much. So please, as you come, like and share. We want this message to go viral today, because we are here to let the world know what we want right now. If we know that way, that the world, that this particular UK, this particular London, this particular British release Rahman from Pakistan, that is what we are going to do for us. America, Canada, Sweden, Australia. That is what people are going to do. All the countries in the world. All the countries in the world, we are calling on you to rally round. Do what you know best to do. We want you to do what you did in the case of Jomo Kenyatta of Kenya. We want you to do what you exactly what you did in the hands of Nelson Mandela, in the hands of Mahatma of India, in the hands of General Luther King and Rahman of Bangladesh. We are calling on all the world that will have tagged their flag here right now to do the needful. To do what? Do the needful. To recognize Biafra. When Rahman was arrested and sentenced to prison, to life imprisonment, what happens? People of India stood up for him. People of India stood up for him. Wadike, you don't know what he told. If I don't insult somebody in my live program. He did not listen to what I'm saying. He just told me that I will soon be arrested. For what? I never talked to him. That is, I just want to reply you why I give him that word. Because so we are calling on all the countries we tag their flag here to know that abomination, intimidation, abuse of rights, illegal detention, torture, all the things that you people condemn under the UN Charter has been meted on my president, Nnamdi Kanu. What is that? They kidnapped him all the way from Kenya. 5 years ago, sentenced him. And we also calling on Kenya to demand someone who entered into their country, who they have today accepted that they don't know what happened, but you confirm that he has entered into your country. But how he got to Nigeria terrorist country, you don't know. We are calling on Kenya to do the needful. Kenya must also do the needful by, if anything happened to Nnamdi Kanu, we will besiege Kenya and ask them to provide our president who come to Kenya and who was kidnapped. Kenya government, if you know what you will do, this is a time for you to do more, because our eyes is everywhere this time around. You must fight. You must release, tell Nigeria to bring Nnamdi Kanu back to their country. Nigeria, proving they are terrorists, invade your country. Nigeria invade your country and kidnapped a freedom fighter under self-determination of the UN Charter. As someone who is a president of a new country, Nnamdi Kanu is the president of United States of Biafra that was declared on November 29, 2024, he was kidnapped from your country, Kenya. We are calling on all of you to work. You have, I know you wanted to see how Nigeria will handle this matter. And what happened? You can see that Nigeria becomes a failed state, has failed all of you. That is why you must work very fast to bring him out. Because if not that he's in your country, nobody could have kidnapped him. And he will be a free man today. Continue in the mission of the fighting that he's carried on. And today, our President Nnamdi Kanu, what you are fighting for, we have got it by making a declaration of United States of Biafra on November 29, 2025 by Dr. Ngozi Orebeze, the Deputy Prime Minister of the Biafran people. Only one government, only one country. One government, one country. Happened to be Dr. Ngozi Orebeze and his cabinet member that are the one leading the affairs of the Biafran people, people of United States of what? Biafra. So, we are sending message to Kenya to release my president, Nnamdi Kanu. The fine you give him or the money you give him is to pardon. We don't need it. We want him live. We want him outside. Kenya, remember when you was fighting, when your president was under attack, Igbo man Nnamdi saved your own. He saved your own. He gave him shelter. But our own coming to you, you allow him to be kidnapped. Our own come into your country and you allow him to be kidnapped. We are calling on you. Now that Nigeria has failed you, after you have said that the process they used to bring him out is not true, it's not good way, that they must bring him back. Now you must question to bring him back. His offense is what your own country did. When you are fighting to live, you are Jomo Kenyatta was what? Was arrested. All of you continue protesting, continue political pressure on the name of the declaration of your Kenya as a country. After 10 years, he was released. You, that the Biafran people, Nnamdi helped secure your own precisely. Today, you delivered our own president to the hands of the terrorist country called Nigeria, that they have declared a country of particular concern today, a country that kills indigenous and deny it, a country that Canada declare as APC, PDP as they are those who present their leaders as a terrorist group. Nigeria simply means a death sentence to every indigenous person who is not jihad and who refuse to be Islamized under Islamic agenda. That is what Nigeria represents. A country that kills their own. The only country in the world that their history of being a country is amalgamated by a white man. The only country that his record of becoming a country is by an experiment of economy. That is the country that has arrested my president, Nnamdi Kanu. But I want to tell you that today, mark that history. Make him a hero, like Nelson Mandela. like Mama Gaddafi, like Joma Kenyatta of Kenya, like Junior Matuta King of America, like Maghandi of India, like Rahiman of Bangladesh. These are those who fight outrightly to liberate their people. And today, they are example that it will talk about today in the world. After our declaration of United States of Biafra, automatically, in history of a freedom fighter, he becomes a president. Maghandi was imprisoned in British, and the India people start addressing him as their president. He don't need a vote. He don't need a vote. Rahiman of Bangladesh, immediately they arrested him by Pakistan. What happened? He becomes what? A president of. He is the first prime minister, the first president. Check the history of those who fought to liberate their own. My people, I want now to tell you something that must encourage you to stop having heartbreak, to stop crying, to stop feeling emotion. I told you, remove emotion from this movement that we are into. With emotion, we will go nowhere. Without emotion, we will pull the mountain. Let me tell you this, I want you to know. Today, Nigeria is not a disgrace in the eyes of every world today. Nigeria is it not a disgrace in the eyes of all the important world today? Do you know why what is happening? It is because if there is no interest of economy, nobody will answer one Nigeria. And the forefathers, Tafawa Balewa, told people of Nigeria that British has tried to manage Nigeria and that is not working. And he told us that if you refuse to divide Nigeria according to our tribal line, remember, in 1948, I give you dates, and I quote the name, I quote, Tafawa Balewa said that Nigeria is not a country, that the disgrace of Nigeria will come, that if we refuse to abide by those instructions, that Somalia will be better than Nigeria. The same word quoted by Nnamdi Azikiwe, that Nigeria is not a country, it's an experiment of a white man, of economy interest. Nigeria is a country because of what? Interest of a white man. If not for that interest of oil that are coming from the eastern region, nobody will answer one Nigeria. You are one Nigeria because of by force taking my own mineral God-given resources in my own territory. And we said no to that. I have read that secret document here. I have read this secret document here, my people. This secret document why Nigeria is a country and why British did the amalgamation of 1914. If there is no amalgamation of 1914, nobody will ever answer one Nigeria. Nigeria is in mess today because of how it started. Everything is by force. Ask of the history, the secret of British and Fulani jihadis that made them to hand Nigeria over to Fulani jihadis. When you read this history, when you read this document, then you will know that Nigeria never a country. So all is happening there till today is evidence that this is not a country. Going forward, Biafrans, if Nnamdi Kanu did not be sentenced today. In that history of Guinness Book, he will never become a hero. And Biafra, recognition will be very hard. Biafra, getting Biafra, recognition will be very hard. Once your leader is being arrested or being kidnapped, the way our own president, Nnamdi Kanu, is being kidnapped, then holding him is him that we use to negotiate the way the people of Bangladesh used Rahman to negotiate in 1917, in 1972, from 1971 to 1972. This negotiation was going until the world asked India to intervene between Pakistan and Bangladesh, and they play a negotiation rule. What happened? In that negotiation, the people of Bangladesh is using their own is using those that are Pakistan military, they are being held, that India helped them to hold them. Now, they keep them down and they hold Rahman. They use it to do what negotiation. They said, release, give us our man, our president. We will give you your men. The world come into in. They do ceasefire and they negotiated. After negotiated, Rahman of Bangladesh was sent direct to UK. From UK, he sent to New Delhi, India. From New Delhi, India, he sent to where? To Bangladesh with the backup of recognition and the equipment that those who have recognized them, like India, has given Bangladesh to protect their territory. This is how it works. So, my people, we are going to play the history of Bangladesh, Rahman, how he secured his freedom, and what happened. I told you here, there is no shortcut for freedom of a new country. You must pass all the existing protocol. That is, Mazakan has come to end of it, and looking for only one thing: recognition of United States of Biafra is what is going to put an end to his incarceration. I said this, I couldn't, whether is it on October or November 1st week, I said it, that see what's going on in Nigeria, they are going to sentence Nnamdi Kanu. Our president told him to go to appeal court. What are appeal courts? Is it where you get the justice or where injustice begins from? Is it where there is no corruption? Is it where corruption starts from? Nigeria is a disgrace because it's never be a country for once. So I am letting you know, Biafrans, that what happens today is what will trigger our recognition very fast. Remember, in the gathering of Adi Burkina Faso that Ibrahim Traoré held last month, they talk about Biafra and the Nnamdi Kanu, Simon, but remember, in South Africa summit, they did what? They also discussed about Biafra and the Nnamdi Kanu, Simon. Then, Dr. Masanga, his own group, are also laying emphasis on all this. So, be strong that your leader will be free with what? Nobody to sentence him again. Everlasting freedom is what is coming. I am telling you this. Listen to this. After a leader who was fighting for a new country without declaration was arrested, how can declaration of a new country can help to secure his release? Now listen, the example they give to us. You know that victory is always at last, and you know that victory is not easy. You see on social media, when a man is dressing the so-called Nigerian lady who's going to play a tournament, that you are here, claim one Nigeria, and people are dying, and your country is terrorist. And the senior team think they will qualify. After all this blood that is crying, needs for that need justice, that need Nigeria to be divided, and you think you can go there to claim one Nigeria, the disgrace is coming. The blood of the innocent Nigeria, those who are Nigeria, and those of Biafra will never allow you anymore. Nigeria will be receiving disgrace all days of their life. Let us go into histories, so you will have a strong mind to know that your freedom is assured, that your new country must get what? Recognition. These are the main things that triggers for what? Recognition. Listen very good. Record this, keep it on yourself, for you to use it to do what? Encourage yourself and do more. Stop crying. Stop being down. Rise up. Now it's time for the work. Time for the action. Time to do more. Biafras, under the University of Biafra, you must rise up. Start having heart broke. Start feeling emotion. It's not a time, but it is a time for the mental toughness. It is a time to know who is who. That is the time we are into. And remember, you have a government who are capable of doing the right thing at all time. Do not panic. Do not panic. Be strong. Be strong. Your new country is in your hand. Your destiny is in your hand. We must take it by thunder, by force. That is why we are calling on America to do the needful. That's why I said, declare Nigeria a country of particular concern. Do you know that it can help us to get international recognition? Do you know that? I'm going to prove it today to you, if you have forgot. But let us go to history of Bangladesh. A leader who was kidnapped before declaration of a new country. What is option for him to be free? What is the option? Listen to this.
This played out in history, most famously with Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and the independence of Bangladesh. When a leader is arrested, and the country's independence is then declared while they are still in custody, their release is almost always achieved through military victory or total political surrender by the arresting power. Here is a breakdown of how a leader in this situation can be released. 1. Military victory by the new country's force. Correct and historically common way for a leader to be released when the ruling power continues to hold them after the independence declaration. The War of Liberation, Independence. The declaration, made by the leader or by their designated representatives, triggers a war. The newly declared country's military, freedom fighters, or revolutionary forces, often led by the leader's lieutenants, fight and decisively defeat the forces of the arresting power. The prisoner as a bargaining chip, or liability. Once the new country's forces are victorious, the arresting power can no longer afford to hold the leader. Keeping the leader captive would be seen as an act of open defiance against the new victorious nation, threatening further conflict. The defeated power, often the losing side of the war, is then forced to release the leader as a term of surrender, a gesture of de-escalation, or a means to normalize relations with the new state. Example: Sheikh Mujibur Rahman of Bangladesh. Sheikh Mujib was arrested by the Pakistani army on the night of March 25, 1971, right before he transmitted a declaration of independence for what was then East Pakistan. He was imprisoned in West Pakistan throughout the entire 9-month-long Bangladesh Liberation War. After the Pakistani military was decisively defeated by the joint forces of Bangladesh and India in December 1971, the new Pakistani government, under immense international pressure and facing the reality of a new independent state, released him from prison in January 1972. He flew home to become the founding father and first president of independent Bangladesh. 2. Implosion of the arresting power. Less commonly, the ruling power might collapse due to internal turmoil, which leads to the leader's release without a decisive military defeat. Regime change. The government that ordered the arrest may be overthrown or lose power internally, e.g., through a coup, revolution, or democratic loss. The successor regime, looking to stabilize the region or make a clear break from the previous oppressive policies, may order the leader's release immediately. Dissolution of the state. If the state that made the arrest dissolves entirely, like the Soviet Union or some colonial federations, the new successor governments would likely release the political prisoner as part of a general amnesty. 3. Diplomatic pressure and international mediation. The victorious new country, backed by its allies and the international community, makes the release a non-negotiable diplomatic demand. International recognition. Once the new country's declaration is recognized by world powers, the continued imprisonment of their undisputed leader becomes an international issue. Mediation. Neutral governments or international bodies, like the United Nations, may broker the terms of the leader's release, providing safe passage back to their new country. In the dramatic situation you described, where a leader is arrested and then the country is immediately declared independent, the leader's fate becomes intertwined with the success of the new nation's military and political struggle. His release is the ultimate symbol of victory and the legitimacy of the newly formed state. Do you have a specific historical figure in mind, or would you like to explore other leaders who were released in the aftermath of their nation's independence?
Listen again, I'm going to play it again for a reason. I want you to listen carefully. This is what will give you morale to stand up, stop crying. Stop feeling heartbreak. Stop. That is not the best way. The best way is for you to stood up right now. Stand up for your leader, for our president. Stand up for him. He has been standing up for us till this today. You can see it in the terrorist courts of Nigeria. Listen again. I told you to record this. For what? For a purpose. For you to use it to encourage someone who is facing depressed, who is facing trauma, who is down because of what happened today. You don't have to be. You must be strong.
This is a very specific and powerful scenario that has played out in history, most famously with Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and the independence of Bangladesh. When a leader is arrested, and the country's independence is then declared while they are still in custody, their release is almost always achieved through military victory or total political surrender by the arresting power. Here is a breakdown of how a leader in this situation can be released. 1. Military victory by the new country's forces. This is the most direct and historically common way for a leader to be released when the ruling power continues to hold them after the independence declaration. The War of Liberation, Independence. The declaration, made by the leader or by their designated representatives, triggers a war. The newly declared country's military, freedom fighters, or revolutionary forces, often led by the leader's lieutenants, fight and decisively defeat the forces of the arresting power. The prisoner as a bargaining chip, or liability. Once the new country's forces are victorious, the arresting power can no longer afford to hold the leader. Keeping the leader captive would be seen as an act of open defiance against the new victorious nation, threatening further conflict. The defeated power, often the losing side of the war, is then forced to release the leader as a term of surrender, a gesture of de-escalation, or a means to normalize relations with the new state. Example: Sheikh Mujibur Rahman of Bangladesh. Sheikh Mujib was arrested by the Pakistani army on the night of March 25, 1971, right before he transmitted a declaration of independence for what was then East Pakistan. He was imprisoned in West Pakistan throughout the entire 9-month-long Bangladesh Liberation War. After the Pakistani military was decisively defeated by the joint forces of Bangladesh and India in December 1971, the new Pakistani government, under immense international pressure and facing the reality of a new independent state, released him from prison in January 1972. He flew home to become the founding father and first president of independent Bangladesh. 2. Implosion of the arresting power. Less commonly, the ruling power might collapse due to internal turmoil, which leads to the leader's release without a decisive military defeat. Regime change. The government that ordered the arrest may be overthrown or lose power internally, e.g., through a coup, revolution, or democratic loss. The successor regime, looking to stabilize the region or make a clear break from the previous oppressive policies, may order the leader's release immediately. Dissolution of the state. If the state that made the arrest dissolves entirely, like the Soviet Union or some colonial federations, the new successor governments would likely release the political prisoner as part of a general amnesty. 3. Diplomatic pressure and international mediation. The victorious new country, backed by its allies and the international community, makes the release a non-negotiable diplomatic demand. International recognition. Once the new country's declaration is recognized by world powers, the continued imprisonment of their undisputed leader becomes an international issue. Mediation. Neutral governments or international bodies, like the United Nations, may broker the terms of the leader's release, providing safe passage back to their new country. In the dramatic situation you described, where a leader is arrested and then the country is immediately declared independent, the leader's fate becomes intertwined with the success of the new nation's military and political struggle. His release is the ultimate symbol of victory and the legitimacy of the newly formed state. Do you have a specific historical figure in mind, or would you like to explore other leaders who were released in the aftermath of their nation's independence?
I am giving you this history for you to know that nothing is happening. Nothing is happening on Nnamdi Kanu. They will do nothing. Forget this thing. Omoto just want to remove his hand from this matter and run away. But he will face the wrath of God. What that Nigeria President Nnamdi Kanu point and said that God will punish him. Give him 1 year. God will punish him. He never know what he did. Hadaino comes at last. Biafrans. Have you seen that Rahman was released under what? Did the court set him free? The answer is no. Who set him free? Is those that are outside. What they are doing. What is this political pressure? Political pressure is protest. They started with our same time. The Bangladesh people was only 5 in America to start the protest of releasing their leader. This is a pure truth that we almost know. So, it doesn't matter. That's why I want you to be courageous. Stand strong. Do not panic. Do not weigh down. Do not weigh down. If your heart is bleeding, I am here always telling you the do's and don'ts. I am here always telling you that Nigeria government can never, if you check all the laws that Nigeria break and treaties they break to kidnappers in Kanu, then you think how think that they cannot be able to sentence him. If you check all the laws that Nigeria break down to kidnap him, then you will know that they will do everything to sentence him. This is the initial plan. They have what our motto of show presented today was what was planned when Bulgaria was in the seats. Get him back, let us put him. So, are you still panicking up to now? He is not the first person that has been sentenced to life imprisonment. And he's not going to be the last person. If you want him to come out quickly, support United States of Biafra on Saturday 400, give more for your leader to be out. The people of Bangladesh did everything. They used multiple dimensions. They used military wing. They used money. They used protest. They used their government. They call it executive political pressure. They meant out everything. Under 1 year, a leader who was sentenced was out, with becoming the father of Bangladesh, Rahman of Bangladesh. Why are you afraid? Why are you panicking? Why are you crying? You will use crying to get Biafra recognition. No. It's a time to work hard. It's a time to come fully support. If you listen to this history, how all of go and if you read the history of Magani, the same thing. If you read of Nelson Mandela, the same thing. If you read about General Luther King, the same thing. All pass through that way. We must pass it, and our leaders are passing through that way. Why are you crying? Did you see your leaders today crying? Did you see Mazaka be afraid? Why are you crying? Clean up your tears and do the needful. Listen again.
That is a crucial and dramatic moment in the transition to independence. When a leader is released after their country has formally declared independence, and especially after a war or major struggle, the release signifies the complete loss of control and final political surrender by the former colonial or occupying power. Here are the 2 most prominent historical examples of this happening. 1. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Bangladesh. Arrested by Pakistan. Context: Mujibur Rahman, the leader of the Awami League, was arrested by the Pakistani army on March 26, 1971, shortly after he transmitted the Declaration of Independence for Bangladesh, then East Pakistan. The period of imprisonment: he was held in a prison in West Pakistan throughout the entire 9-month Bangladesh Liberation War. The release: the war ended in December 1971 with the decisive defeat and surrender of the Pakistani forces to the joint forces of Bangladesh and India. With the new country's victory secured, the new government of Pakistan, under immense international and domestic pressure and facing the political reality of the new state, released Sheikh Mujib in January 1972. Significance: his release was a direct result of the military victory of the independent nation and cemented his status as the undisputed father of the nation. 2. Nelson Mandela, South Africa. While South Africa's independence had occurred much earlier in 1910 from Britain, Mandela's fight was against the internal oppressor, the white minority apartheid government, for freedom and democratic rule, which functioned as a second war of liberation for the majority. Arrested by the apartheid government of South Africa. Context: Nelson Mandela was arrested in 1964 and sentenced to life imprisonment. The struggle for true democratic equality, the new South Africa.
Nelson Mandela was arrested by South Africa government and sentenced to what? To death. But today, what is the history? Master Kanu is the history making of when, see, you cannot write Guinness Book of Records without putting Master Kanu there. Simon Eba. They never born them, they cannot. These 21st century freedom fighters. That is why you must be happy. Nelson Mandela, you had it here. Nelson Mandela was arrested in 1964 and sentenced to life imprisonment. But today, what is the action? Today, did he not come outside? Did he die there? Why are you panicking? Why are you crying? Why are you feeling down? Why that emotion in you? Why are you feeling so emotional? Raise up. Brace up like a soldier you are. Is it how you have fought for 3 years? And they're crying? When one person died in the midst of those that in the military Biafra, 1970, 1970, did they cry? Did your forefathers cry? They stand for 3 years. Is it just this thing you are crying? You don't use emotion to get a new country. United. If you know, you know. You must become an Obiapo United for you to get a new country. Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. He's not fighting for jihad. Rather, he's fighting to end jihad in Nigeria. He's fighting to stop killings of the Christians. He's fighting to make sure that you have a good life. He's not fighting to stay under Nigeria. That is why Nigeria will not give him justice. He will only get injustice. His injustice will lead to Biafra recognition. It's now that you will tell the world that your president is being sentenced to death under self-determination to defend you and to defend me, to save me. You must be fearless. Yeah, told us that in front of our enemy, we must be fearless. You must be strong. He remember his words. When you are crying or saying, it's a time to rise up. Why are you lying down? Why are you crying? Why are you heartbreaking? Why are you feeling emotion? Drop it and face reality. The reality is different from what you have been thinking. Now is the reality. The reality is in your front. What is the reality? For you to fight, borrow money, put in this government of United States of Biafra, for us to seek our international recognition that we end and the man will never cry again. If you don't do that with all your mind, that means you want him to still be there. They are giving you names of those who are a freedom fighter. Even though that Nelson Mandela is fighting apartheid regime, is different from what Master Kanu is fighting for. But he was jailed for life imprisonment. They charge him the same charge they are charging Master Kanu today. Who tell you there's no way out? He who laughed last, laughed the best. He who laughed last, laughed the best. I am not down. I say, yes, my hero, from today, you have entered Guinness Book of Records. The only son, the two only son of Igbo man who cannot betray, Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ebanjoko, and the current Ngozi Orabueze. History will carry all this. Join the Biafra government. When Nelson Mandela was inside, there is job and the work those outside was doing, both social media. There was campaigning, raising their voice, Protests continue. Agitation continues in South Africa until Nelson Mandela is out and the sentence of life will become vanished. It's a useless sentence in Nigeria with a useless court. There is nothing like that. The center cannot hold. So far, we have made a declaration. I have given you a document of what under international law, what it means to make a declaration and the value of declaration. That is why when you see all these shenanigans that are talking on social media, I don't have their time because I understand the meaning of declaration and the impact and the value of it. That what gives me joy. That is my joy. That my leader will be out. That my president will be out. And holding him, sentencing Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment will give us Biafra recognition. We like the way Bangladesh used Rahman to negotiate in the hands of Pakistan. Do you think Nigeria will not hold something? We make the world to talk about us? Now they have heard that thing, and it is a time to play the game. That is all about politics. We must play the game. Diplomatic movement is now that the game kick on. The game begins. If our government know what they give Ibrahim Traoré to talk about Biafra, let them give them more. It's the time also to go into agreement with any country who wants oil. Give them the oil. If Ojukwu give France oil, nobody will be here today talking about Biafra again. Without that, will be a country. I will not be here I am today. Use what you have, get what you want. This is the time. With our official declaration, that is why they told you that the criteria for you to have a new nation is what? A permanent population, divine territory, effective government, capacity to enter into agreement and sign treaty and make relations with other countries, not bridge, not fallback, not IPOB, not anything, except what? Declaration of what? United States of Biafra is all you needed. You must go and rejoice. You must stand up. You must rise up. Rise up in everything you do. Rise up on things you talk on the social media. Because social media is a political pressure. That is where the world knows that something is going on. Do not panic. Stand strong. We are there. Nobody will kill Nnamdi Kanu. You don't know that? I was listening to them say, oh, we have sentenced him to death. Believe it today. Today, Nigeria what the men are ready. That is what we're waiting for him. And they know. That is why they dodge. Sentencing for life imprisonment. Omoto Ocho, the thunder will go blow you, they do press up. When you hear your government calling for sister at home, what are you saying? Sodom and Gomorrah will be better than Nigeria. Sodom and Gomorrah will be better than Nigeria. Today, Somalia, is it not better than Nigeria? Is it not better? Let our government use what we have to get us Nnamdi Kanu out. How? By recognition. A country that will recognize us, there is interest, there is something they want. Like I was saying before, if Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu give France, be able to give France oil in 1970 to 1970 to today, by now, the contract must be over. It's not going to be like the one that British and Fulani Jihad had an agreement. It's not going to be that the same way. It's going to be another different way on agreement. How many years? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. From 1967 to 2025. Is it how many years? So by then, France could have left. Russia also, do you know Russia supported Nigeria? That's why we are calling Russia today. If you said now that you believe in Africa to have their freedom, you must recognize Biafra. That is why we put their flag here. So when their citizens come across of our platform know that your country contributed in the killing, in the genocide of over 5 million Biafrans. But the only way we can forgive them is now that we have declared Biafra. Biafra is no longer internal affair of Nigeria. That is why EU, first time Africa organization will talk about Biafra. Ever. First time they will have summit in Africa, they will talk about Biafra. I want you to know that what happens today is what will trigger what? Our recognition from countries that loves Nnamdi Kanu and those who love Biafran people. Do not be panicked. Let's continue.
Continued for decades while he was in prison. His release in 1990, after 27 years in prison, was a non-negotiable step demanded.
They sentenced him to death. They sentenced life imprisonment. And he stayed 27 good years. Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela stayed what? 20 good days. And what happened? Did he die? No, he comes outside. Did Nelson Mandela die? No. Nelson Mandela comes out. Nothing has happened. The beginning of the journey has started. The beginning of recognition is on this sentence of Nnamdi Kanu. Watch out what's going to happen in the next few months. Watch out. You will see that song about Obi. Oh, neme. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Oh, neme. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. Ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume. That is, after this sentence, you got to visit the Egwu Ashake. Now the time has come. The game just began. Nigeria will cry had I know. But let me tell you one thing that you don't know. Nigeria hold Nnamdi Kanu because if they release him without their recognition, they have put themselves in the highest total mess in the world. So when you find anybody in Igbo, na onye achọrọ ka anụ eri anụ efi na ọ na-eje were mma gbuo efi ahụ na mpi ehi agbalagazi ọsọ. So Nigeria jide na Biafra je gbuo anyị mma na mpi gbuo anyị ka anyị nwụọ kama na o gburu anyị ka anyị wee nweta recognition ụmụnne n'okwu Igbo. Ntị ọ dịkwa. Be strong. Nelson Mandela, after sentencing him to life imprisonment, he spent 27 years. What happened? South Africa became what it is today. This that they have deviated. After the death of Mandela, everything's crumbled. That is why today South Africa is going back the same way they were before. Unless it is their particular president, will be careful and follow the right step. I am calling on you as a Biafran. I am calling on you who believe in the United States of Biafra Declaration to rise up. Your forefathers saw you crying in your dream. They will slap you and ask you to wake up. I wake all the spirits of our ancestors up to face countries in the world to give us recognition. I wake all the spirits of those that are dying of this Biafra to slap you who is crying, to stop crying and clean your tears and do the needful. That your cry cannot help us. Rather, what will help us is the need, the strongness in your mind to support United States of Biafra with the Eje and the Ejemma. Our own case is the same thing of Rahiman. Our own case is the same thing of Joma, Kenyatta of Kenya. Our own case is like that case of Junior Martin Luther King. Our own case is like the same case of who? Of Maghandi of India. Your own cannot be different. You must do like them. There is no magic. We must pass all the way. We must pass all the existing protocol for us to get what? Biafra. One of it is that today, that is the terrorist country, the death sentence country, has sentenced our president, Nnamdi Kanu, to life imprisonment. When I look at that, I smile, because I know those that was sentenced did not die. Rahman was sentenced. Even his own was that they give him only 4 years to kill him. But what happened? He comes out. The time has come. The time has come. The new chapter of recognition is what we are seeing. It's a time for us to learn. Come back from anywhere you are. That's why I told those that are in the platform of the Kudam age, whether you like it or not, you are a Biafran. So far you are from the eastern region. You are a Biafran. You are indigenous people. That is who you are. Freedom is too narrow. Yes, coaches, thank you so much. You take a word from my mouth. Yes, so I can see your Peter AJ. I can see all of you. Please, I will come back to the comment section. I will come back there. We must encourage ourselves. We must prepare more than the way we are before. Remember when I asked you this question here, if you are crying, you never prepared. But when you are not crying, when you look at in front of enemies and laugh at their berberism, their stupidity, then there we know how prepared you are. Nigeria, meaning death sentence to every indigenous person. That is the meaning of one Nigeria. You see those that are commenting before, immediately we'll start reading the history of those. You see what Nigerians are here before, immediately we'll start reading the history, all disappeared. Immediately we'll start reading the history of those that have been sentenced, the name of their fight to a new country, they all disappeared. The truth is always bitter, and that's why I told you that the leak name of this, the name of this my page is Bitter Truth. I must tell you. And we'll move ahead. Let's continue listening.
By the international community and the internal resistance movement, the ANC. The apartheid government, facing total international isolation and an unsustainable domestic economic and security situation, had no choice but to negotiate a transition to majority rule. His release was the key catalyst to begin those negotiations, which resulted in the
He release was a key part of what? Negotiation. Both Mandela, both Rahman. Are you hearing it? And what regards to their release, you had it here, that the people Nelson Mandela live outside. There was protesting, there was mounting pressure, there was doing everything humanly possible. The same that Bangladesh people did in 1971, March 25. They stick on the movement. The same way their leader was arrested on the night before their declaration. And what happened? Somebody took over and made that declaration, like what our DPM did, and they moved on. They mounted pressure. They did everything. They used multiple dimensions. And what happened? Under 9 months, a man was sentenced to death. Rahman, under the Ministry of Pakistan, was sentenced to death. And under 9 months, he comes out. He becomes a free man. He becomes the first ever Prime Minister of Bangladesh. He becomes the first President of Bangladesh. So shame on Nigeria for we have sentenced. Look at the matter of Shah. He has brought calamity upon his family. And that calamity, the land will open, he will swallow all of him. All of them. My people, pay attention.
94 democratic elections. Significance. His release was a result of global diplomatic pressure and economic sanctions combined with sustained internal resistance, forcing the old regime to dismantle itself. In essence, when the leader is released after the Declaration of Independence, it is a symbolic moment that confirms 1. The defeat of the arresting power. 2. The legitimacy of the new country. 3. The immediate consolidation of the new country's government under its true, popular leader. Would you like to know more about the specific conditions that led to the release of either Sheikh Mujibur Rahman or Nelson Mandela?
Yes, on this junction, please, our line is open. I want Biafrans to call. Tell me how you feel. Let us use all this law to encourage you. Let us use all this history to encourage you. The number to call is +9 7 3 60 51 337. That is the number to call. +9 7 3 60 51 337. That is the number to call if you want to call for this program. As we continue, we will start from the beginning now to our analysis this night. We will start from Bangladesh. We will start. Yes, only on WhatsApp. WhatsApp only. +9. Yeah, we have our first caller already. We have our first caller.
Hello?
Hello, good evening, my brother. You're welcome.
Yeah, my brother, good evening.
Good evening from here. Please, can you mute from where you are watching me? That one is making noise. Yeah. He will call back. He will call back. The number to call again is +9 7 3 60 51 337. I think we have a caller. Yes, he has called back. Please, can you mute from where you are watching me? I can hear my voice.
Hello? What do you say?
I say, please lower the volume of the one you used to listen to me. So your voice can come outside, really. Lower that one very well. Because it's echoing. Please call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Brother, please. That number is on WhatsApp. Don't call that. It's going to burn your money. Please call me on WhatsApp. So, what happened today is what? That Nigeria government, Omotosho, and the what? Omotosho and their government has made Biafra come in very easily. Good evening from here. Go choose 042.
Good evening, Marvin. It's not easy. Biafra TV, good evening from my side.
Yeah, you're welcome, my brother. Senior comrade, you're welcome.
Good evening, the new Biafra all over the world.
Yes.
The main thing I'm waiting is here now.
Honestly.
And today is supposed to enter in Guinness record. Likewise, in the book of Biafra, a day like this is going to enter in our any day. After the full restoration of the United States of Biafra, after Biafra was restored, 1st of September and 20th of November, is going to enter as a history on Biafra.
Yeah.
That's the Biafra TV. I always said before that with you, the element of Brahma is pretty bad. Brahma this time on Epa own happened. Everybody was running excess together. And when I hear your program, my spirit come back. And today, I was, today almost everything feeling like the other day.
Okay.
Because Nigeria government always to bring option. as my Simon Ekpa owns. Since they bring us done, you can go and see, like what this one again. But I know my Nnamdi Kanu very, very well. I know him very, very well. And have said them right from that their court before they take him outside. Because that word has been mentioned in that court, they don't know the meaning of that word.
Yeah.
James also has been a court for him and his generation. James Omotoso, today that you have given this judgment, I will not say to go and rent Kanu. What I'm going to tell you is go and use that money that Nigerian government gives you. Go and use it to start buying caskets. And at the same time, use that money to start buying canopy. Because it is area you are going to do it.
Exactly.
Because your generation is going to go out of it. Today has been a day that you have been fought for you and your generation. Even that man that stands in that court, that is representing the government, every one of us hear the word that come out of his mouth. That the man is Nnamdi Kanu to not be in Kuje prison. Because you have known that this man is an innocent man. Who is the person that they're going to even jail, master? We don't know to want to go and TV in Kuje prison. Because they know. Because nobody come in contact with Nnamdi Kanu that remain the same.
Honestly.
Because they know if they put in that Kuje prison, the whole darkness in that Kuje prison, Nnamdi Kanu will give every one of them right. That is the reason why they are still yelling to put Nnamdi Kanu in Kuje prison. But the game just started.
Yes, so
Everybody do not remove what Nnamdi Kanu is looking for. You have getting it.
if people of Bangladesh can do it, we can do it. If people of Bangladesh can do it, we can do it. If people of Kenya can do it, we can do it. If people of South Africa, we can do. If Magandi, if they can, we must do it. That's why I told you, it's not time to cry. It's not time to think. It's a time to focus. More action.
Yes. What Nnamdi is looking for, we have gotten it.
Exactly.
Because our DPL always say, do not remove. The highest thing that happens to Biafra is that official declaration on 29th of November 2024.
Hey, that is the main game.
My brothers and sisters, rejoice. Rejoice. Because Nigeria have eaten the worst game that they have ever played in their life. Because they have seen, if they did not convict Nnamdi Kanu, that declaration that you are looking for, we are not going to get it.
Exactly. That recognition.
That recognition that you are looking for, we are not going to get it.
And negotiation cannot come.
Because
if you don't get recognition.
The whole world will be
yeah, go on.
Because the whole world will be looking that along the line that Nnamdi Kanu may compromise. But since he has stand on his ground, till the sentenced him, that is to tell you that freedom fighter they are looking for. Nnamdi Kanu have stand on his ground until the people of Nigeria sentenced him. The nightmen, sentencing of Nnamdi Kanu have caused nightmen. He have caused nightmen in Asolog. Sentencing of Nnamdi Kanu have caused nightmen in the entire Nigeria. Because that Yoruba people that they use to jail Nnamdi Kanu, they are the next target as we speak now. Ask yourself what is happening in Kwara State. Ask yourself what is happening in your state and so many other Yoruba land like that. Ask yourself where is Sunday Igboho? That AK-47 is found in his house where the ship is working freely. Because they have seen that Sunday Igboho is not looking for freedom. What Sunday Igboho is looking for? He's looking for one Nigeria. But since his man Nnamdi, he is the genuine freedom fighter here. That's the reason why they started him. Biafrans do not be moved. What we are looking for is here now.
Honestly.
On 29th of November 2024, our DPRO is to say, do not be moved. Do not be moved at all. Don't allow your spirit to weigh you down. What you are looking for, you have gotten it. On 29th of November 2024. Biafra or nothing.
Exactly.
That is word of Mazin and the Kanu. Biafra or nothing.
So.
Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much, coaches. Yes, thank you so much.
You are doing a nice work.
Thank you so much.
I pray that people will continue to protect you. Protect your family, both those in the homeland and those in diaspora. Everybody that is standing on the street, people to continue to protect every one of them.
You see?
I'm not doing that as well.
You see?
Because what he's looking for, he have gotten it.
You see? You see?
If care is not taken, these sentences that I talk about Nnamdi, he may not even pass 6 months.
Me, I say few weeks. Me, I say few weeks.
It may not even pass 6 months. If care is not taken, it may not even pass 3 months. Because the government of United States of Biafra is doing the needful.
Is at work.
The first convention that being held in Burkina Faso, I think you see delegates
Life and direct.
from government of United States of Biafra. What do you expect? If the whole Africa that participated in that convention in Burkina Faso, if they come out today openly to recognize United States of Biafra, what are you still waiting for? Nigeria does not have any other option than to give more Nnamdi, because what you are looking for, that declaration has been the backbone. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much, coach. You are senior comrade. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Be safe. We are there. Thank you so much. Yes, we have to return some calls that I've been calling. People has been calling and calling, so we must return some of all these calls right now. The time to return calls. Let us start from. Please hold on. We'll return your call. Just be there. We'll return your call. We are there. We have Mazakan has passed. Yeah, good evening from here.
Hello,
yeah, good evening from here. You're welcome.
Yeah, good evening from me.
Yes.
I'm a Catholic.
Oh, hey, big man. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, the one, the man.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
We appreciate your good work.
Thank you. I am fighting for my own freedom. I am fighting for my own freedom.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
yes, our freedom and autonomy is within the real dimension.
Exactly.
Yes, anybody is not of freedom. Biafra, if you are a real Biafra that needs freedom, now it is the time.
For those who are waiting for Massacre to come outside, they will start. What will happen right now?
Now, yes, my message to all Biafras, the real IPOB, the real indigenous people of Biafra, of DOS,
Yeah.
the real people of indigenous people of Biafra. This message goes to all of us that need freedom. We have to do what to celebrate that the God Almighty have blessed us, that He have given us United States of Biafra. And that is the happiness that our leader, the President of United States of Biafra, is having right now, because one Maratna, they have declared Biafra. Oh, yeah, no, Japan forever for no. Because one Maratna, that is the reason why he said, I want to use my hand to defend myself, not my lawyer anymore.
Yeah.
That I want you to send me to where I will go and sit down so that the world will recognize the United States of Biafra. Because every time our lawyer Chimako, I think the 20th of November, I think the 20th of January, I think the 2nd of August, I want everything to end. So I will go and sit down in my king chair seat for the world to recognize the United States of Biafra. Now, you that need Biafra, that hear my voice today or tomorrow or anytime, I want you to buckle up now and embrace United States of Biafra that they have declared in Latin Finland in November 29 by Dr. Ngozi Oravesi, the Deputy Prime Minister of United States of Biafra, which is the Prime Minister of Samoa Epa, which is now in the third in the hands of Finland. The same thing, now that Prime Minister Samuel Epa, he is not fighting for Biafra, not getting the media legal. Now, the same thing after Samuel Epa, what happened our leader today? If all that listen and Samuel Epa need it here, don't negotiate the model. Don't make one, don't make society. The government has CJJ or Samuel Epa, Sigi, where your platform destroy Samuel Epa, KJ lawyer, that you release Nnamdi, not Nnamdi Kanu, Yamakis, agitation, Cholo, the man and Igbo. Now, the same thing, Samuel Epa, people came as Nnamdi Kanukas. What would you learn today? Okuma and Garan say that because of your problem. Nguabu Chamaka Jere, Nguabu Ada Ramma, Nguabu IPOB is that not someone over a group here. Now they have declared Biafra. Everybody have to come back and stay in one canopy, which is United States of Biafra, so we all can push and have our freedom. Any platform open anywhere today that Biafra, we should forget about what to fight each other. Now we should talk about the preaching the law for we to stay in one umbrella to recognize the United States of Biafra, because we first to recognize as the United States of Biafra for the whole world to recognize us. Only Biafra should come back and forget about Noya Bramogu. Na mamu negoshi or na pamu no jidere mu nebe na radi na wani or no jidere mu ebe nwoke na ara mu nwanne nyafo. Everybody should forget what I told you. If you know what I told you, forgive everybody. Everybody should forget everything. Today, we know the real. That is United States of Biafra. If you know you need this freedom, nature of Kaina, that you are not working with Nigeria, that Nigeria that you now run with the governor of Southeast, nature of Kaina, now forget everything you are doing. Forget the enemies. Forget Okunina, come back tomorrow morning and start preaching the love and start talking about the United States of Biafra and start talking about the freedom of our new country, United States of Biafra, and let us move and push this one for us. If you love our president, Nnamdi Kanu, forget anything about our president. Osigiri to no noche, osigiri to no rokoyeregi, or no make now you have seen that no me and the way they was only open the focus today and not brought United States of Biafra. Open in the check and Nnamdi Kanu pota kobeje Biafra. Now what will you do now? Kidi higeme. Na STS remas Nnamdi Kanu. Kidi higeme, only higeme is now for you to come back to realize yourself. Here recognize to recognize United States of Biafra. So we all will stay in one umbrella and love ourselves before the others will love us. We should recognize United States of Biafra that Ngozi Onabueze, the lead now. 1 naira, 2 naira, the anything you have, bring it. Upload your makigezi, see the Ozoma, upload your kige with the Oguru, you for the world to know United States of Biafra. Start doing it now. If you are a real IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, come and stay in one umbrella United States of Biafra. Ozioma no ayi Ozioma ko wike jene ojenanda. Biafra no. We start doing it. And the whole world will know that we are real, that they have to recognize United States of Biafra, which we have declared in Latin 2029 and on 29 November 2024.
Yes, sir.
Everybody should come together. Only we have forget forget it now and let us come and recognize our words, our new mission, that is of Biafra. My brother, yes, he can be because we're in that now the whole world has known what we are fighting for.
Exactly.
The whole world have known what we are fighting for, and the Chineke and the really now made the right time. Open Nigeria now. Destroy. That I will destroy Nigeria with only what the truth, and they have destroyed Nigeria. That's the reason why Nigeria is boiling today. As from this video, Ndi Hausa na boss on Yahoo everywhere over yesterday. I called my friend and said that
Ndi Igbo na boss na
they have yes because of how we Nigeria. Now man actually said Nnamdi Kanu today. And in Hana told you here with him. That is the reason why if you try to over to made that yesterday. My brother, Biafra Hajago.
Exactly.
United States of Biafra, Adiago, our flag will start flying up, started from today. SSS Nnamdi Kanu, our president, our Biafra flag has started in the whole world. And very soon, CNN, Al Jazeera, first, everybody will start talking about Biafra very soon. Just before this week, before tomorrow, this will start happening for people to know that Biafra has come. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you so much.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
United States of Biafra have come.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Let us return our brother's call because there's those who called will never return their call. Return the call. The issue is this. If you know, okay. Good evening, my brother. You're welcome.
Okay,
Good evening, ma.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good evening.
Okay, good evening, sir.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Yes, sir.
All hail Biafra.
Biafra will hail you. That is where we are. Recognition is what we are seeking for.
Yes. What I know is that Nigeria government, they are messing up. They are messing up. Yeah, Biafra must surely come. Nnamdi Kanu is going to be out, whether they like it or not. and we'll collect our freedom. We need freedom.
Not we. We have collect our freedom. We are waiting for own recognition.
Yes.
We are there. And now the pure recognition gets said, because if you check from the when I started the program, the history of those who are freedom fighters who get their account for themselves, they all sentenced, but they all come outside with their flag of their new country. All from a kind of GM here and again, and a different inye monya men yegonya, inye monka men yeginka. All how they recognize ya. Mazna na Kanu bu negotiation na mbazu game. Heroe were making better na Biafra rule country. Oh, Mazna was second ya gano niru Biafra we bia. All niru and gonna right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I tell our people, not time to cry. It's try to be strong. This is a time to strongness. This is a time to do more than what you are doing before, because Biafra has been achieved. We are there already.
Yeah.
So no panic.
We are there.
No panic.
Ike Nigeria Gola mmadụ for a long time. Nothing is going on in the zoo called Nigeria. Onwe ihe na-eme na Nigeria. Biafra abịago. Ọ ka mma otu ha si na-ebupụta onwe ha. Ha na-ebupụta how foolish they are, how stupid they are. Ịghọtago. So ekpere enweghị ga-eme onye isi a, my leader, my president, nothing will happen to him.
Exactly.
I pray God will guide him and protect him, and he will see Biafra, and he will come out and lead us. In Jesus' name, amen.
He said, thank you so much. Thank you. We must continue. Do not panic. Nobody should feel bad. Panic. If Nelson Mandela, who was sentenced to life imprisonment after 27 years, he was released with to change Africa apartheid regime. If Nelson Mandela was released, what is there? Who arrested Nelson Mandela? Is it not government of South Africa? The same government sentenced him. They sentenced him for life imprisonment. He spent 27 years. He comes. Nnamdi Kanu will not spend more than 2 years. He will be out. He will be in Biafra as our president. History has proved that. You hear about Bangladesh. Our people today are in abroad in Bangladesh. In 1971, somebody fight for it. The leader was arrested also by military of Pakistan in 1971. He was sentenced to death also. That one was sentenced to death. Under 1 year, he comes south and become the first prime minister of Bangladesh. He become the first president of Bangladesh. What of India here? They see, the only thing I want us to know is that there is a road to get a new country. There is a criteria. There is a process. The process of ending of it is where we are right now. Our process has ended, and it ended in a good time that Biafra has been redeclared. We have a government who are effective working. So that's why for me, I am, in fact, I don't know why I said I am happy today that Nnamdi Kanu's name has entered into Guinness Book of those who fight for a country in Africa, in the world. So we must be happy. That's what we must be happy. Thank you so much. We must continue. No surrender, no retreat.
Thank you,
yes, thank you so much.
Retreat.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Do we have any other missed call? Yes, we have one missed call. Please let us return the call. After the call, then we'll be going on. Then people will be calling. Okay, he's on his. Hey, the thing is just connected and I just cut it. Okay, let me call him back. Yeah, good evening, my brother from here.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Calling from Nigeria.
No, I already know. Just go on. I already see the number, so I know. Fire down.
Yes, I'm calling from Nigeria. Yes, I'm watching you people from YouTube.
Okay. Okay. You're welcome.
Now, this statement I have not thought before in this time.
That is what you know Nigeria for. A corrupt country. A corrupt amalgamated country. Because in the history of the world, it's only Nigeria have record that what makes them a country was amalgamated documents. Others make a declaration, but they have their own under amalgamated. So that is all that is happening. Everything about Nigeria is fake, and they still continue proving
Fake.
how fake they are. So
Yeah.
our happiness should be that
What next?
holding of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is, if you are following the history of countries that have been hitting on ground today, you will find out that the recognition of Biafra is sacrosanct. It's very important, and the world will give it to us, because without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being in there, the world with the attention will not draw so hard. Now is the time for the world to intervene. That is why in my comment you will see flag of countries that need to recognize us as a Biafran. So we must continue. The way forward is continuously supporting United States of Biafra, continuously paying attention and be taking instruction on this government. Once you hear sit at home, sit at home. Once they told you to do anything, do it. That is, and they allow the game to be played. Political pressure is there, diplomatic pressure is there, politics, everything now is in between. So anyone you heard from the government, please pay attention, work towards that. It will get us our international recognition. Once one country in abroad, in Europe, recognize us, it's all over. This next step, what we are pursuing right now. So there is no panic. We are there. There's no panic.
I'm really upset after this judgment.
No, you don't have. See, if you have been following me on between September or October, coming program one day, Madonna, after Obatobi, Simon Epa case, and was said Nigeria will sentence Simon Epa, ask him to go to appeal court, that they're going to use this line of Finland. That is what they're going to do. Finland make it easy for them. That is just it. So you don't have to. Me, I have from today. This is what we come. That is why you see me this evening talking with on my voice loud and being happy that my leader, who will get recognition, who will use to do negotiation, has finally be where he will trigger the world to do more from us. Now that African countries are talking about Biafra, now that Europe are talking about Biafra, even Donald Trump, everybody is talking about it right now. So that is why you will know that we are at the end of this game. But the game just began because of what? Now is a time for diplomatic. Now is time for political movement. Now is the time for everything in between. Just to your own on the homeland is that pay instruction when the government says sit at, even if you are in Lagos, sit at home to prove that you are a Biafran. It's very important into what we are doing right now.
Okay.
Thank you so much, my brother. We must continue. There is no time to waste.
Yes.
There is no time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do it to your family for me. Thank you. We have another call. Yeah. Please, as you are joining us, please like and share the program. We want our fellow Biafrans to be in. We want them to understand where we are right now, that we are at the game. Hello, good evening from here.
Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
Good evening.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yes, so.
One minute, you are
I have to go to that one. I go and
on that about if I for freedom. Go on, my brother. Fire down.
After that man. See? But I go. I continue one up.
Yes, sir.
Evil man. So, Biafran say, can you I greet you all. I greet you all. Our African friends, all European, because I know that as we are speaking, not only Biafrans against it, both African leaders, world leaders, people are listening to us. I want to tell Biafrans that unlike me and I see the judgment that passing and that is, my body shake on.
Yes. No.
Like you shake on now. I'm telling you. I from the jail sentence, like it is my body shaking. Meaning what? There is hope.
It's like I know exactly what they will judge. When I said,
I even know.
Look at the history.
Yes.
Follow the history.
Yes. And now our history now, Mountain like Mandara, South Africa, only Mandara,
Yes.
the only their leader. Others, our own, our two leaders,
Yes.
our two leaders, our two leaders are in prison. The barrister Lloyd Michael and Maxwell, they say that they are going to file an appeal for that shambolic judgment, that criminal almost. See? That idiot.
Yes, I commented on AIT. I tell them, thank you so much for giving us Biafra. That was my comment to them.
Yes, they don't know that now. The world is seen. I've seen. Abraham said, "That is Abraham's Facebook." Just like I went to online, I now seen that many people now, people that have not been talking about it to them now. They have started speaking about this our freedom. People now he post anything about our leader. People now post what. You see, people post what. Yeah. I'm not trying to more life imprisonment. Let me ask them, what guarantee them that they will live to the end of this year? What guarantee them? I want to ask them. They pay you to do something, to do evil. They pay you to do evil. Ask yourself, someone that have done such thing, how did that end them? Our leader lay a pause in that court. Biafrans, I want you all to their videos, save it. Save it with me. I will find out that I will save it with my phone. Even if I send it, I will make sure that I have that video. All these prosecutors and the judge, only do lay cost in that court, and since only do the court, he have not lay cost for one day. Man, today, go lay the cost in that court.
Yes, now.
Also, honey, God will punish them now and forever. That's the last word, yeah. See, all these lawyers now, like Abugon, like Abugon, in their appearance, if not that, give on Ruhala. You see, Ruhanina, that there is no rest, no peace of mind. They've been dying, they've been screaming at all these useless lawyers. And I want to thank Finland. Finland, let me thank you people. Finland, I want to thank you all. Clap for yourselves. Clap for yourself. See, about history we remember. History we remember.
Yes, so history we remember.
God in heaven is watching. Finland think that now. Finland, what will happen to you people? What will happen to you people? Don't be surprised don't be surprised. Like Finland, they are not surprised. He lose the country. I don't have a surprise.
Calamity.
This evil has
we before them now, and I'm a paniac.
This evil they put hand on. This innocent blood they have gone and washed their hands inside like they have go and place their hand on innocent blood. They have gone and rub it on their people. Their action triggered to like we lost hundreds of lives because of Nnamdi and the Prime Minister. We lost lives. See? And more now, I can come this now without they will no longer. What you will do now, I can make it now. You see? All the people now, I won't know what you do, and when I hear me. Crazy, what will be your face of what sentence you go? One or there's a life in this. So you will sit down and wait for their life in this scenario. And the very big. Only do put na young one don't wear gas of who I feel me. Oh, you know, young one don't wear gas of this moment.
Oh, that's what Biafra. Yes, so.
Oh, yes, I have video on me. Kuna onye chọ ego fact. Onye nnọpụ na ya nwa na onwe bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu aga asọpụ Biafra ịbịa. Ka i were mmadụ na nwere onwe na-azọ na ọ bụghị nna ya nwe na-azọ bifere okwu. For you to know that now, Bob Moss and Azon Marum. And I worry about man can equal this thing. Secondly, Nabuya of us Nabuya get clear Biafra. I have all this record, in my post here. All that now, I'm not going to declare Biafra. You say that you people will do it. Who are the people? Which Biafrans? And I can't ask now when you declare Biafra. I'm bringing mandates. Which mandates now? Kiribor and the Ketan on Naka, the Pomodoro.
Ordinary US government. Ordinary United States of Biafra is the mandate.
To show you that now, Onyindu, what he mean by he will not he is not the one that's going to declare Biafra. He knows that anybody that declares Biafra, he is 100% support of that person. Bruno Nobi today.
Yes, sir.
Anybody for talking na only do that against our EPM. Only na to do bouncing. Oh, that is you freedom fight. Oh, that is you freedom fight. That is how much you freedom fight. Media Hana see. Come out yours up like if we like him. All we wear some of these mediocres you wear banana. If you say that you are not in support of like you are not following USB, we don't have any issue with you. If you know like come out with your channel, speak the truth, like make the world to see. Because we get by rule. See, unlike this you're teaching now, unlike he teaching that today now, many of our brothers and sisters Anya how much now? What we are passing through today. Many great nations have us go through. Many see of the leader was killed.
Yes, now.
On the country, what happened next? They kill the leader, and the people now rise up and fight for their freedom. Yeah. Biafrans, let's rise up. Let's rise up, Larry Arando, no other person. No other person, no. We are the one that we release. No other person, no. Zoo will not release. Zoo government, they're going to release here. Nanketanab. See? We are the one that reason. And on this note, let me announce here that the conversation are there and on a day by 9 o'clock Biafra time now. All 11 minutes.
Yeah, that's when Jaros can close over S handle.
Let's group in. Let's group into S handle. Yes, I know that our job here she will open space for people to come and speak. So let's join. Let's listen. Let's join. I want the way forward. I join the corner. The way forward of our freedom. Okay, my last word. So I thank you so much, Mazi.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm now waiting for listen to.
Yes, once I've noticed it now, I will end my program then to join. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, like we have one caller, right? Okay. Hey, produce your call. This call is very important.
Hello, what that people?
Thank you.
Biafra TV.
Yes, Maz Yushe, good evening from here. You're welcome.
Uh,
Just please
good evening.
take 5 minutes because we have 11 minutes for our DPM. Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah, Adam, we were before because I'm on your social. That's me. This is me, and nobody can take it from me. Even my mother, my father, my family, my wife, my children. Nobody can take it from me. You know, only one thing I would say. Omega mo ezigbo nega fụrụ n'anya ya Jehova ga-azọpụta ụmụ gị n'aka ndị iro ọzọ dị ga-azụ anyị n'aka ndị iro ya Jehova ga-azọpụta omega mo ezigbo nega fụrụ n'anya ya Jehova ga-azọpụta ụmụ gị n'aka ndị iro ọzọ dị ga-azụ anyị n'aka ndị iro ya Jehova ga-azọpụta elu degide ala degide elu na ala bụ onye si n'ọkara adịla anyị na mba elu degide ala degide elu na ala megide onye si n'ọkara adịla anyị na mba.
Yes,
Thank you so much. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you all over the world, Biafrans, people that are listening. My brother, you know, soldier, they women sometimes soldier need about one thing. If you are we might him by soldier, anybody now a street person, no, so you were a street person, radical person, him and almost April, dog, you got about the boss. You get think here, either in April, later or in April, Gala to Taco City, or in Gilong, or in school long and that. Nigeria, they have already told their worst, and this is what Onion don't want them to do that wish, that what their worst they want to do, and they already showed the world today. But the problem is that not only goes about what's the goes about also. Oh, Chiedi cannot go to the Naka, the Biafra, you, Yane, Chanak over you. As we made the declaration of 29th of November 2024, we are attacking now the people that content to content of the congregation. This is the time, and this is what the country was that are waiting for us to do for them to step in. Right now, this is so. But today, like when I was waiting, something I want to speak, I already forget it because I was so sad, waiting for long. But all the same. So, well, thank you, everybody, every Biafran. I thank you. You know, please, I want to beg you one thing, you know. Yeah. There is one thing I want to beg you now. Tell the Biafrans, you know, you're in the media, tell the people in the world, the people that listen to you, stop insulting this white man that was
the NATO chairman. You mean the NATO chairman?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
from Austria.
This man is from Austria. Austria is a small country, but mountain. Austria is too much. Anybody go and Google about Austria. The world rent Austrians. They are full. I think, if I'm not mistaken, first, second, third for the world for security. The Austrian man cannot come out and begin to talk rubbish. You know, this Austria we are talking about now. I've been about this Austria. 1999 can be Austria. Non-Austria, law in Austria. More Austria. Can I allow my wife up to today? The day I love my wife, the parents are there for the wedding night. No sister, no cousins, no uncles. Only the friends of my wife was in the wedding. They signed for me and signed for my wife. Then what they tell my wife, what my wife was 18 years. They say, if you love this man, just go follow her. You know? Then yes. So since then, I'm in this marriage with my children. I have Austrian passport. When this onion do come out, I'll start following onion. I took oath with this oath, this IPOB Nigeria. This IPOB Nigeria. Then I was in your front this line, even protest everywhere. I'm going everything, you know. Then when onion do get this problem, then I go where we are making meeting. I say everybody must follow time on there. Everybody start attacking me. Then I shout because I'm a soldier. I shout for them. I shout. Then I stop going. Then I'll start following the autopilot. From autopilot, then we are going. We will have small group. Then we'll start. Some people will go out from this area, the IPOD Nigeria. Then all of us start going. You know. Then at the end, then I say that this is the time. If you say I decided already that I told my wife that I want to get this Biafra. Biafra is without Biafra, nothing. I'm not complete. I get the money. I was here, road. You know what is a road boy? Every people who know road, that I'm about the street. You know, I get my own money now at home, Africa. Get everything, get my mansion, get everywhere, get many things, investment in Nigeria. I say my wife, I have to go. She was thinking I'm playing. Bro, I take a visa because I get Australian passport. I take a visa, go to Nigeria. Then I stay to Nigeria, join this fight. We start fighting this fight. This fight, we are fighting this fight. He's on different and David. I now fight this fight. He's bro, touch, he's bro. Then I now watch. You know what makes me again? Now. I'm back here in Australia now, 2 days now. I came to Australia now. Now, when I was watching, I saw this man from Australia in Ogenkere, their program. I said, what? From Australia? The K. In Dutch is gay. Hey. I said, again, 100%. I say, I think this. Then I'll go and search ticket. I'll buy ticket, one-way ticket. I'll go and take my documents where I give it to my mother. So my mother give me my passport. My mother bring it for me. Then I get ticket. I buy ticket. I travel. I come back. I told my wife that I'm coming. She never believed me. I said I'm coming so time. This was my time of my flight with KLM. So time from Amsterdam to China. Then they will come. She was thinking I'm surprised. Then I get my boarding pass. I snap the picture. I sent for her. Now she don't believe me. They're waiting for me for the airport. My children. Then I come out. They see me. My children start crying because I leave them for long. But I'm talking with them. Then they took me. I go drive to the car to go home. I say I want to know the root of this man in Austria. Austria that speak the language. Okay, it's not possible. Then brother, thank God. We search for this man with my wife. Search. Now we now get the contact of this man. 100% of this man from Austria here. Now we are in the platform now. There is a man that Admin in Austria here. Chief, we hear chief in the phone. Sometimes we hear when they call chief. Oh my God! When I'm angry, I forget many things. Chief, before I end, I will remember I will call.
Go on. Just summarize yes. It. Yes.
Now all of them is in this platform now. Then we'll now try this man, call this man, send this man many things. Then this man now said he was in wrong with him. These people see he make a broker. He make a broker. These people see this man. They hijack this man. Now we'll give this man everything. Break down to this man. Everything about Biafra. This man say, oh, he don't know. He was in wrong hand. Now, as I'm telling you now, 100%, this man is in the platform. We are in platform with this man, VSB platform here in Austria now. Even we will have meeting 3 days, 3 days time with this man. So the people should stop insulting that man. That man is a really good man. He don't know the people that he. This is like when somebody says somebody does hijack. This is what happened. Please, anytime you are speaking in your platform, please, trying to beg Biafrans, stop insulting the man. The man is a genuine man. Austria is not a Nigeria. Austria is not a Finland. Austria is Austria. Anybody that Google Austria will know about Austria. The Austria is the people that every Europe or the world come to this here. They come here to check up on everything. There is one big hospital. They go alcohol here. Alcohol. The world know alcohol. Mickey Bayan alcohol. Cracking house. This man is from Austria, pure Austria, and Austria is the team. The capital is come from Hauptstadt, from Austria for the team. You know. Now the people. What I'm begging here is people should stop insulting that man. That man, nobody pay him one time. He's not looking for people you want to use to make money. This is the people, this organization, they just hijack this man. Because they see he make send him email, bossing the man come to their program. So people should stop insulting the man. This man is 100%, I'm talking to you, it's 100% genuine man. Please, this is what I want to let you know.
Thank you so much.
You can speak it every time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Address it. Thank you so much. Let's see, check our deep. Once he's alive, because most John S. handled.
Okay. Thank you. Let me join also.
My Biafran people, this message has come again. That Austrian man, please, if you are abusing him, please stop. Allow him, because he fall in the wrong. You know what Ogen Create them are doing is to hijack everything as if they are the origin. Mazi Kevin, good evening from here.
I'm not only 1 minute here, anything now because but DP maybe the home.
Okay, go on.
And
I'm watching. One, I going to DP maybe. Go on. Go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
First of all, I want to appreciate you, Mazichin. I want to mega appreciate first of all because at least you gave me courage, and not only that, because most of our people we do things with sentiment. For example, this evening, on the platform Batara, I was just speaking. The way the people who believe that they know it all, even they could say that now. I put that judgment from in the morning. Is my voice coming out?
Yeah, loud and clear.
So even that since morning go be the
yes now.
On we talk on break. The man say the judge will go the verdict. We go say that now the charge our leader the death penalty and life sentence in Iota.
Yeah.
So they will come back by 10 minutes to 4. Eventually, in our group, in the men's forum group, somebody back to you see because everybody quiet. So I just explained to the person, this is what is going on. And from what the judge have read, they are planning to sentence our leader either by death or on cause. So I wasn't. So the person now was not me or not was me. So, but that was not even the problem. My problem was not getting on a platform as Zekai. You go now. When I came there, I was not trying to relate it. Look at what happened to me. Because of emotions, we were all angry. I understand. But when we are angry, we should also know what to say and what not to say.
Yeah.
So can I cover the thing was but they misunderstood me immediately. A woman came in, not Commander Mawiji, when I say that now why they caught me short, that why should I project that I'm projecting? But I was never projected. I was saying, look at what the judge said, no after the global results in Iota.
Yeah.
Then as this was going on now, but to my surprise now, Mazika, who was there, when I assume okay, if that is the case, which was the judge on the life sentence. But what I just said is now opens now all life sentence, I mean death or life sentence in prison. But what am I trying to say? The Hanasan project, not even money project evil, which is not what happened. And apart from that, only that he needs because Nigeria cannot give him freedom. Everybody know it already. In Iota, everybody know that this is where it's going to go. So when I was the way they cut me short there, I was not happy. So I was not so happy.
It's okay. Today Biafra's
what happened.
Yes, today just know that Biafra's
but when we are angry, we should also reason. Let us reason.
Yeah,
not just angry and you support what you're not supposed to do.
Please, just pipe down. Pipe down.
After listening to you, because I was in the program when you came in his program, I was consoled. At least I was happy. At least I know that you made that program. It's that this thing is going to lead to this place.
Yeah.
Yes. You said it that no, but people are just adding sentiment as if it's not done. But I really appreciate God because now the thing is at least even by a moment now with those words say more bogan and humble. I was following you. I was not commenting, but I was just there. Never listen because I was chattered.
No, don't.
I was chattered. I just came to the platform to just air my mind. I don't want to condemn one more day.
Don't be. It's okay.
Well,
the thing is happening here that I can now for my second page bitter truth. You know, I've been saying this thing on this platform. You are one of this platform. You know, since when I've been saying this thing, that look at where this thing is leading. Here I lead under two things. Nigeria cannot free Nnamdi Kanu. The same method of Mass Simon in Finland sentence him life imprisonment because they know that Nigeria will never sentence Nnamdi Kanu to death because they know that Nigeria won't walk that moment to Ozubo. Nigeria about be able. So what they will do, like the police people's mind is, oh, sentence him life imprisonment, tell him to go to appeal court. I said I hope I said this here openly.
Yes,
that was my program.
Yes, you said it.
Because I have checked our people will never understand where we are. I keep on repeating that word. If you understand that Biafra has been declared, and when you understand the value of the declaration and the importance of it, then you will know that Nnamdi Kanu coming out is in our hand. Though. The time I am when I is not my time of all these things I sometimes in social media. We must step our step now in things we say in social media. We must change to put that political pressure within our social media handles, letting the world to know. If you know that thing you did in the case of Nelson Mandela, it's a time to do it for us. If you know what you did against Magahandi, it's time to do it for us. If somebody was asking me, hey, Bangladesh and Biafra are not the same people, I said no. Listen, when it's come to this movement, history must repeat. You must follow all the existing protocol. There is no church road. You must follow that thing. It got pass and also pass. And if you watch me, if you have emotion at Biafra. If you watch me very well, I don't put emotion on it because emotion cannot lead me and it's come. Rather, my enemies will be laughing me when I'm putting my emotion out there. Rather, I stay in front of you, make mockery of you. For you to know that I did not send you message. That what that thing you think you are doing, look at the end of it. So the end of it is that, look at it. I hope you follow the history of Nelson Mandela, how he was released. You follow the history of Magahandi, how he was released. You follow history of Martin Luther King. You follow history of Magahandi. This is where Mazda Kanu and Simon is. It's not matter of no. The protocol must rule of itself. And now, what you have to make the world to first is political pity. That's their leader was incarceration. He was sentenced to death. Okay, now is the time for UN and EU to come outside, because if it is true, like I asked them, if it is true that self-determination is right of the people, then what happened? Give us, it's a time. Because he is under self-determination of the UN Charter. Moreover, Article 4 and 5, Paragraph 8 and 9, fighting for a freedom of a new country. Under self-defense. And what are those things? The things that makes America to put Nigeria on a country of a particular concern. They said, when those things happen to you, that the only thing you have to do is to declare a new country. What are those things? They said illegal kidnapping, disappearance, abuse of human rights, intimidation, killing, genocide. These are things that leads to what? A country of particular concern. The same thing under the UN Charter. They told us that once you see it, that the only last option you have is to go and declare a new country. After you declare it, if your leader was being kidnapped or being held by those, the present authority like Nigeria, what will happen is when they sentence your leader is that thing you used to do negotiation for Nigeria to recognize Biafra. Now the world will tell Nigeria, recognize Biafra, release their president and recognize Biafra as a country. That is all. There must be a way that this thing, one thing will lead to one thing. So our people must know that where we are right now, we have only one way, only one thing. I'll be hitting it on my page every day. Recognition ends the sentence of Nnamdi Kanu. Recognition tomorrow ends Obato OBS incarceration, and all Biafras are free. My brother, there is no way out. When I listen to Simon, listen to Nnamdi Kanu, when I start making research, I become another different person in this movement. If you really watch me very well, I am another different person in social media. That my own way is quite different from what others are doing, because I have seen what Bangladesh did. When the leader was released, they start teaching their people what the law of the international law is all about. They start teaching their people. They use example of Nelson Mandela. And I heard it here that after talking about Nelson Mandela, they bring Rahman of Bangladesh. Is it not true? They bring him. Yes. So their people take their time, educate their people how India got their freedom and how the leader was arrested. They even got to Africa, this another Africa of Kenya, where Jomo Kenyatta was fighting and was arrested also. He was released after 10 years that Kenya did their first ever international recognition. And we that had fought before to now, do you think our own will take 10 years? No. Our own might take 6 months,
No.
1 year. We got recognition. All these things so we need to channel our strength right now to let the world know that injustice has happened on us again. Now that Biafra is on the world stage, now that Biafra is in the world stage, Africa is talking about Biafra, Europe about Biafra, many other countries in the world about Biafra. So it's now we have the right to trigger the movement more and more. That is why I am reading.
Yes.
And if you watch on my headline, I bring US all of them their flag, because once they see their flag, they want to pay attention. When I was summarizing this program right now, I will calm down now, tell them why they are here and what we want them to do for us. There is no two ways about it. There is no shortcut. There is no case here. There is no in our own way.
No,
See,
there's no shortcut.
when it's come to freedom of a country, it's not in our own brain we will use. That's why I told anybody who is trying to go to Arabia the template. The template of after the creation is international community laws is their template. It's no longer IPOB template. It's no longer ESN template. It's no longer Biafra government in Nigeria template. It's no longer IPO. No, you must follow all these due criteria and all the existing protocol properly. And the one thing that we all must know, the Biafra recognition we are looking, not under ammunition. Is it not true? Under diplomatic and political and legal way, which is that is the said that any country who are seeking for recognition in this criteria will quickly got their international recognition. My brother, there is no need to panic. Don't be biased. Don't be down. Stand up.
Thank you very much.
It's our time. We are at the end of the game. The game just began, but we're at the end of it. By what? Because Nairobi is the official declaration of University of Biafra. If you check for the template of those that have been recognized, one or two and a like that is why I always draw attention of Finland. When red and white was fighting, those that stand on the mandate was the white one. That was those that when Germany and the Soviet Union comes in, they recognize those on the document. They did not recognize those that we are not with the document. They give recognition on those that have documents in their hand that stand on the declaration of Finland as a country. So do not panic. None of us should panic. We are there. There is no way. There's no that short way. All the rules we have. We overmet the Montevideo Convention criteria. We have overmet UN criteria. The only thing is that they want to see in the first 1 year how now that Mazen Kanu has been detained or sentenced, whether we will go into armed struggle. We will spoil the peace movement that we are into. That if those in armed struggle get it in 9 months, without armed struggle, after declaration, you will get it in 3 or 4 months. We must continue. We must.
Thank you very much, Tino. Indeed, I really, but we have to thank God also. What would have happened, Mobruna, in that court of this declaration? I have a sentence here, our leader. What would have happened?
Look at it. Two things involved. Obruna made declaration. One of them, either Mazen Kanu or Masai, one of them to sentence to death. Then one was to sentence to imprisonment. The hatred they have on Masai on Eba will make Nigeria to pronounce him sentenced to by hanging. That is what Nigeria could have done. But our declaration is what keeps Obato Obi alive today in Finland. This declaration, this thing they are talking USB charger. That is what keeps him alive today. Then, because Finland recognized that Biafra was declared in their own country, they recognize it. And that is why Obato Obi was not. If not for that declaration, Obato Obi could have been. That is the anger of Nigeria government today on Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, they declare go Biafra. I think we will leave you. We will not leave you. So I want to get ready. Give the government money. Listen, pay attention. Everything will be fine. Nnamdi Kanu will be out like Nelson Mandela. He will be out like Magahandi of India. He will be out like Rahman of India. He will be out like Jomo Kenyatta of Kenya. All these are freedom fighters that fights a different thing, liberating a new country from old one. It's not easy, my brother. It's not easy. So, but we are there. We have met all the criteria. Okay. That's why we are calling on UN to do the needful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Martino. Have a wonderful night.
Yeah, thank you too. We'll join our PM small time. We'll take a small time. Thank you so much. Hey, Mazambola. Hey, Onyauma. Onyauma. Good evening from here. My senior comrade, I salute you. Thank you so much.
This thing, Kevin Ifes, Ghana, Epes put the thing today with somebody.
Abi?
I swear. Makutum Shiri now part of Mother Bamson and the Penny our president. I really get upset with the person. But then after the thing, I was surprised in my case don't know who the thing now.
You see? I thank God nobody saw see I need to go first the thing today. No, I wanted to call you. Man, because of my time I talk, and just me was saying no program I am going to say na Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be sentenced. Then they will not told him to go to ask him to go to appeal court. You remember that program? I know because I have checked the history. You see, all this research make me to have a strong mind. I know that this is a pure criteria for you to have a new country. Honestly, there is no short way. There is no shortcut. There's no shortcut. That is the truth of the matter. So thank you so much.
Thank God we have Dr. Ngozora Beze, Biafra.
No, not even only that. Thank God that two men could be able to, against all odds, make a declaration of Biafra as a new country. Without this declaration, now those who are waiting for Batobi to come outside, those who are waiting for Maznaka to come forward, they will continue. So it simply means, let me say it here, right, the way I want it at the same time. See, they want to start afresh. And I'm asking you, now let me give you an example of this. You come back from work, you find in your house that your wife has already prepared a soup and you are hungry. Instead of you to eat, you now start condemning the soup that's already been done. You get good. We want to go do. Remember your wife no get there because you're back here also. They start the movement afresh again. For those who fall back, for those who are not here, where are you going to? So you want Biafra to continue contributing money. We have fought for Biafra for 5 decades. Up from November 25 this month. Kobo now a lot of good Biafra. A decade about 12 years, but 1 decade. Count with the 12 years from 1967 to this year, or how many? Namibia fought for their own only 24 years, only 2 decades. But our own 5 decades because of some and other. And now that we have next year go face, you know, you were Simba. Not the Konya made a visa saying Japan abroad. West Yangwa, need the man out there by in my plane, the Bible, Simba, now she matter passport nowhere. Yeah, can you say passport? Can you will be that fresh? Wonder how far can I get? Now, Negaban or yes, man, the quite visa and passport. Go. All when I bank and I but I got as you of my got very well. Hence, because of envy and jealousness, they destroy what is could have been easy for all of them. Like when you had the care, I want to be that your parents. Go akwụkwọ you went to school where me pezie ka school me pechere you were be we be ji guys side quiz ebe akwụkwọ ahụ nwere isi ebe ka nya hụ na-eje be feel to cha akwụkwọ ndị ji ego akwụkwọ akwụkwọ lọta akwụkwọ ebe anka anyị na ndị ya nọ. So my fellow Biafrans, do not panic, do not move. Must go on, please. Go on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm
waiting for our DPM to come. Yes, I'm waiting for her. Once she comes, the program. Let me just let me do my roundup. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Biafrans, where we are at the last bottom of this game. Do not panic. Now, can Biafra declare national recognition excuses the grievances of we having Biafra as a country, the grievances that will make the world recognize us, all that's happening in Mass Simon, in Mass Nnamdi Kanu, is an evidence in the eyesore of the world that will trigger our world, our recognition very fast. Let me read this. Remember this history of Bangladesh. I will play it before we go. Remember this.
This is a very specific and powerful scenario that has played out in history, most famously with Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and the independence of Bangladesh. When a leader is arrested, and the country's independence is then declared while they are still in custody, their release is almost always achieved through military victory or total political surrender by the arresting power.
Do you hear it? I hope you are hearing it clearly. I hope When a leader is arrested and the country's independence is then declared while they are still in custody, the release is almost always achieved through military victory or total political what? Movement. For those who go that is a politician, Tochi is a politician. If it's not about politics, we go nowhere. Political pressure, political movement. These are the power that will make the leader to be released. What is this political power, political pressure? That is all the things that the government of the United States of Biafra are doing right now. Submitting our documents, getting lobby, seeing congressmen, going to all these areas when they call for summit, like Adi Burkina Faso, South Africa's Congress, and all these things the government is doing. Represent and bring these documents. That is things that are triggering right now. You heard it from the African side, that Biafra matter is no longer a eternal problem of Nigeria, that is become all for Africa and all the world to put their mouth. These are the things that are very important. Listen.
Here is a breakdown of how a leader in this situation can be released. 1. Military victory by the new country's forces.
If we are under armed struggle, our military should increase their momentum if we are under armed struggle. But now that we are not under armed struggle, what are we going to do on our own to get them released? Is the things that we need to do. Listen to this.
This is the most direct and historically common way for a leader to be released when the ruling power continues to hold them after the independence declaration.
After our declaration on November 29, 2024, our Prime Minister is being held in Finland because of Nigeria. Nnamdi, the president, is being held in Nigeria. They are all being what? Nigeria is the power that are being holding them. Because of what? Because they are seeking for Biafra. And that Biafra they are seeking for, after the arrest of Mazi Simon Ekpa, after the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Biafra was declared. Like the way the Bangladesh people declared their own.
The War of Liberation, Independence. The declaration, made by the leader or by their designated representatives, triggers a war.
Designated what? Representative. Like Obato Obia is telling Gozo Rabeze, you are the surrogate, protect the mandate. Also, two aware may hand over to us, not to handle the affair until all of them join us back.
The newly declared country's military, freedom fighters, or revolutionary forces, often led by the leader's lieutenants, fight and decisively defeat the forces of the arresting power.
Well, you see, all of us in social media, we are the revolutionary fighters. We will use our social media to let the world know what is happening in Nigeria, bringing all the videos of the killings, bringing all the injustice happening in Nigeria, bringing what happened to the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, bringing that Biafra has been declared, and all these things is what we need to be doing this time around. That will trigger what? First thing is international pity. The international pity is going on right now. That is why Africans are talking about Biafra and Mazi Nnamdi Simon Ekpa. That is what is called international pity. That pity for them to condemn what is going on in Nigeria is what will also move them to give us our what? Our recognition on the global stage.
Prisoner as a bargaining chip, or liability. Once the new country's forces are victorious, the arresting power can no longer afford to hold the leader. Keeping the leader captive would be seen as an act of open defiance against the new victorious nation, threatening further conflict. The defeated power, often the losing side of the war, is then forced to release the leader as a term of surrender, a gesture of de-escalation, or a means to normalize relations with the new state. Example: Sheikh Mujibur Rahman of Bangladesh. Sheikh Mujib was arrested by the Pakistani army on the night of March 25, 1971, right before he transmitted a declaration of independence for what was then East Pakistan. He was imprisoned in West Pakistan throughout the entire 9-month-long Bangladesh Liberation War. After the Pakistani military was decisively defeated by the joint forces of Bangladesh and India in December 1971, the new Pakistani government, under immense international pressure and facing the reality of a new independent state, released him from prison in January 1972. He flew home to become the founding father and first president of independent Bangladesh. 2. Implosion of the arresting power. Less commonly, the ruling power might collapse due to internal turmoil, which leads to the leader's release without a decisive military defeat. Regime change. The government that ordered the arrest may be overthrown or lose power internally, e.g., through a coup, revolution, or democratic loss. The successor regime, looking to stabilize the region or make a clear break from the previous oppressive policies, may order the leader's release immediately. Dissolution of the state. If the state that made the arrest dissolves entirely, like the Soviet Union or some colonial federations, the new successor governments would likely release the political prisoner as part of a general amnesty. 3. Diplomatic pressure and international mediation. The victorious new country, backed by its allies and the international community, makes the release a non-negotiable diplomatic demand. International recognition. Once the new country's declaration is recognized by world powers, the continued imprisonment of their undisputed leader becomes an international issue. Mediation. Neutral governments or international bodies, like the United Nations, may broker the terms of the leader's release, providing safe passage back to their new country. In the dramatic situation you described, where a leader is arrested and then the country is immediately declared independent, the leader's fate becomes intertwined with the success of the new nation's military and political struggle. His release is the ultimate symbol of victory and the legitimacy of the newly formed state. Do you have a specific historical figure in mind, or would you like to explore other leaders who were released in the aftermath of their nation's independence?
Yeah, that should be tomorrow. We are going to play more of leaders who was released after the declaration, those who was incarceration, those who was kidnapped, those who was arrested, those that was sentenced to death, those that even was sentenced to death. So, life in prison of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all these things you had it here is what will draw the attention of what? UN. We want them to come in. That is what will draw attention of EU. That is what is going to draw attention of all these big countries we are looking for. So, my people, do not panic. Nothing has happened. The road for recognition is what Nigeria give to us today. By what? By sentencing our president, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This appeal that we almost know. Sorry for your comments. The network really disturbed and I could not be able to see comments except wow. Many people are here themselves. Even wow, many people are here. I thank you all, please. Thank you all for your comments. We don't mind the foolish ones that they are making comments. Like in Kanu and Kazna, if you have Sunday King. Don't mind the one Nigeria person who don't know who he is. Don't mind them. Nigeria will happen to him. I always tell him that. Nigeria will happen to anybody who is against us. And I'm telling you, this evening, you have had it all. It's not, they just give us recognition. They just give us what? Recognition of Biafra, the sovereign state. That's in that we are looking. They have made it very easy for us. Watch out what will happen. Here I am. This time I told you that, see, that is one thing, that Nigeria is going to sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu life imprisonment and ask him to go to appeal court. What happened finally? The same has happened. So that is why it is important for all of us to know the game that we are into. Please permit me to refresh. Please. Something. I don't want to refresh the program. Did I got it? Easy way, you are coming late. What's happening? Sorry, I want to refresh the program. Please, 1 minute. Let me try again. So we can be able to see what's happened. I want to refresh you. So, my people, I'm trying to refresh, but let's see.